Previously on Coach Greg.
Like, would you shave your head if you could lose all your gains and have that dream? Like, what's more important, the hair or the physique? Do you have a preference on a side?
That's my right one for sure.
All right, let's get the arm size here.
Dummy vascular, like 3D veins, and I have like crazy striations in my delts and stuff, which people like I guess associate with gear usage. So.
Ask him if he knows his girl's not only talking to him, but other guys also. He must stay focused and keep the grind.
Okay.
Do you worry about if a guy's hitting on her? Because there was some dude, some football guy that was sliding into her DMs. I watched that video. And so, does that bother you? Is it nervous? Because, like, I want to know how you actually feel. Because I want to comment on this after.
No, I honestly, like, I'm super secure in myself. Like, I know, like, I believe I'm not like the most humble way possible. I know I'm like a 1% man in terms of like what I can provide.
A high value guy. It's like, why would you be worried about other people?
I don't care because I like know like if she did ever do something, like first off that means she wasn't the one for me, and then second just be like I know I believe in myself as a high profile like high value guy. So like I'm very secure in that. So like any guy I feel not, that's such a bad way to say like inferior to me. Like that's not the word I want to use because I'm trying to be humble about it. It's just like I'm very confident that I'm like a high valued. I'm just confident. So I don't really care.
Yeah, and like honestly, isn't it kind of like a compliment indirectly, kind of like a fake night? Like if no guy ever talked to her, wouldn't it be like, well, why aren't you?
You'd be like, yeah, 100%.
Why doesn't anyone ever want to talk to you? I would be, because like I have a girlfriend, been with her for like 10 years, and people hit on her, and I'm like, of course they do. Doesn't make me mad. It makes me be realistic. Like, of course they are.
Yeah, and I feel like the boyfriend who gets mad and jealous is the one who's insecure. So.
Yeah. I see that all the time. Guys are so controlling. And you can't wear that outfit out. And I'm like, yeah, show off, whatever. I don't care. You see through that.
I'll see times that you'll be doing like RDLs in the gym, and I can like tell a guy's looking at you, and I just don't care. Like, I'm not going to go up to him and be like, press him like that. What am I doing that for? Like, okay, like... It's not hurting nobody.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, I'm not the jealous type. I'm like, you can go talk to those guys. They're all hitting on you. That's great. Like, why not? Like, so, I don't know. I was just curious if you felt the same way as me, and I see that you do.
Yeah.
What's the fastest mile you've ever ran? I know you ran when you were younger.
I was younger,
you ever
I used to
run hard, like a mile?
I think my best was like a 6 minute 30-second mile, something like that.
Yeah, so not bad. Like, did
solid.
you run like for 10Ks or just more like 2 or 3 mile runs like every other day?
I did just a mile before every. I used to do calisthenics. I did a mile before every workout as like a warm up, and my average I would do every time was like 6 minutes, 30 seconds to 7 minutes, just to not. I wasn't even going like all out.
Not all
that
out.
was just like. To warm up, kind of, to get ready for the whole lift, and just because I was pretty lean.
In my grade 10 gym class, we had to run a mile to start every class for this period of time we were doing track and field, and it was all out. Like, it was like you're almost going to throw up at the end. And I remember I did like a 5:40 something, but that was in grade 10, and then I eventually broke the 5-minute mile once in university, but I used to run 10K races, and I was a triathlete, so I was running I was doing like 20 hours of cardio a week. Like, you wouldn't even believe it. It made no sense.
Were you lifting on top of that?
Yeah, and bodybuilding and competing. So I was on the swim team, and I was doing cycling, racing, and all that, and then I was doing the running for triathlons and doing weightlifting on top of that. And so when I was in my I started at 13 doing triathlons, and so throughout my teens and early 20s, I was doing triathlons and bodybuilding at the same time. So my gains were kind of stagnated, and I was still doing pretty good.
Yeah,
I was burning. I could eat 5,000 calories a day.
I was going to ask.
It was ridiculous.
How you had to have been eating like a crack.
I could eat anything and everything and get ripped. It was very easy at the time
because your expenditure was so high.
Eventually, I said, I want to be a good bodybuilder, and I cut out the triathlons, and then I started gaining more muscle, because, like, when you're doing 20 hours of cardio, you're not building muscle.
No, not
so
at all.
I stopped doing that.
Trying to maintain
and
it.
Now I've actually added it back. So now, for 4 years, I've been racing bikes again, but I don't run. I don't swim. The shoulders are just
it's
not
easier on
there.
your knees and stuff, though.
Way easier.
The bike.
But I love it, and I keep the muscle I have. Like, I haven't lost any size in the last, like, several years here, so things are good.
How old are you?
47.
Okay.
So
that's solid, then.
How old's your dad?
58, right?
Oh, there you go. Sure, at least your dad's older than me. That's good.
Yeah. His Tesla's like still like 400, so surprised.
Mine was 47 and 49 within whatever 3 or 6 months. I can't remember. It's been a while. And then the endocrinologist prescribed me HRT at that point because I couldn't bounce back. But I had been on gear for like 10 years.
Yeah.
But I would do was like 2 or 3 grams a week for quite a while. Doing preps, so it was no baby doses, and a lot of that was training. I was on everything. I was I was a pro. I was trying to be the best, and I did whatever I could do. And then I'm like, I'm getting old. I need to smarten up.
I'd be freaking out. Like I'll get a heart palpitation, and think I'm gonna die. Like I'm like I
don't ever do tren. Then you get the tren cough, and it feels like you're literally gonna die.
Yeah,
it's scary.
I have anxiety too bad for that.
It's tough. Yeah, so don't use tren. warning. I'm serious. Don't use it. All right, next question here. Would Alex ever want to do bodybuilding professionally?
I definitely want to compete eventually. I was going to this winter, and I was in the process of getting lean, and I just like I've been lean for too long. It's just like try to go from lean to being shredded. I just mentally couldn't do it, especially my business is at a point right now to where it's like very crucial for it to grow, like the clothing brand. So I'm really trying to like focus and dial in on that. So like I said before, you can either do like 5 things really good or like 10 things bad, like mediocre. And I could tell I wasn't able to dedicate all my attention to the one thing. So I'd rather like kind of go through a reset, add more size so that I'm more comfortable with going through like the whole process of getting shredded. It's like more easier to do. And I feel like I'm due for a bulk. I'm due for a mental break from like the whole dieting and eating thing. So I'm going to do that. And I do plan on next year after coming off the bulk to compete for the first time. And then I think based on that will determine if I enjoy that experience, if I want to continue to do it. But I don't see myself becoming like competitive because I know that can like lead with, obviously to be competitive in that world, you have to like take quite amount of stuff. So
yeah,
I'm not
a tough choice to make.
Yeah.
And so really, I had a lot of questions. People want to know, like, why did you end up not competing? And so really, it's because to focus on business, and it's just too hard when you get like single-digit body fat, the brain, the mental clarity.
Yeah, to do 3 YouTube videos a week, like high energy. Like and even like with my girlfriend, I was getting like irritated all the time, and it's just like. If I felt like I couldn't do everything at once, and I'm like, okay, why am I gonna let my clothing brand or whatever suffer, like something that actually is making me money suffer, and doing this thing that's not even gonna like make me a living. I'm just gonna do a show to say I did a show. Like maybe it'll help the content a bit, but like my energy, I couldn't do it. I needed to just have a reset and like allow my body to eat what it wants for a little bit, even just for the mental aspect of like not having to feel like I have to diet all the time on top of everything. So yeah,
it's just bad timing overall.
Yeah, I wanted to do it, but people are probably going to be like tight that I didn't do it, but I'm going to do it after I want to add more size. I'm going to do a 6-month bulk, come off of it, and do something. So,
all right, perfect. And leads into the next question. Well, like, what's the biggest part about being in the spotlight, like with so much attention and like followers and like people caring about what you're doing? Like,
yeah.
What is this? Like, what's going on?
I mean, I enjoy it because being very relevant obviously is good. It's good for business. My manager always tells me it's like a football career almost. Like you're like the NFL players are like in their prime for like X amount of years, like a short amount, and they gotta make the most they can in that time period. So it's like what I've been doing with this. So I don't let it get to my head. I just take it day by day. I enjoy interacting with like community or having a really big community that supports me. Like I was telling you about like the whole clothing brand stuff, like the support, and it's crazy. Like I never would think people would like me that much to support me on like that type of level. So honestly, it's a blessing everywhere. When I did a meetup, IRL meetup at Exile, and we had 350 people come. Jeez. Just to come meet me and take pictures with me, and it was the most humbling, like good feeling, especially when these kids are like telling you like their whole life story of how like you helped bring them into the gym or like help them with their faith or whatever, and like that to me like it's so crazy. So I hope I can do that for as long as I can. So I love it.
Yeah, the positives far outweigh the negatives, but like if you quickly like just I'm curious, like what's the worst part of it? Like being like famous, say, what's the bad? The worst thing that you can think of, the bad part of it.
Yeah, I have pretty much no social life. Everything is tied to some like business aspect. Even like playing video games now, I stream it to be involved with the community. So that's even like a job now. It's just like I'm always having to be on my phone, whether it's to make content or I have to like micromanage. I spend a lot of time like community building, so like answering DMs, being in like my Discord and stuff like that, which takes a lot of time to where I can't live like a regular young adult life, which is fine. I'm cool with the grind. It's been working so far, so I'm gonna keep doing it. But that's probably the thing. I've had to grow up mentally, like mature mentally a lot quicker than if I like wasn't doing it because of like how busy it is. Obviously, I know you're probably super busy too. It's like the similar thing. Like, but I think the pros outweigh the cons in that aspect.
I 100% agree, but like it is true. Like you're doing so well, you don't want to lose out on that, and so you kind of miss out on that social aspect because you are working. Like if you're working 100 hours in a week, what are you doing? But you can't not do it because it's too good, and it's like that NFL career. You don't want to miss out on it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to like one up what I did like the month before. You know what I mean? I don't want to ever do less. So I feel like I have to keep adding things or doing better, hitting a bigger number. You know, like you were explaining earlier. Yeah. So that always sucks. Cause like the mental game. If I see a post not do good, I'm like, I'm gonna fall off. Like
the worst part is the self-imposed pressure to do better than last time.
Yeah.
Like literally. Like I used to get 10,000 views in a video, and I was like, I can't believe 10,000 people watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I get 10,000, I'd be like, what did I do wrong? Why did they hate it so much?
You'd be like,
it's such a different aspect. You have to progressive overload your like popularity or your views. It's like, because once you do so good, it's hard to go back down.
Yeah. Like I posted a picture with David Lade and got like 380,000 likes on Instagram. And then I had to promo for like the sponsors and like they're doing terrible, like 80,000 likes. I'm like, oh my Lord. And I'm like, yo, I got to post a banger.
Meanwhile, I never get that many likes. So his bad video is getting more than me, but it's like you're used to that and then it feels bad. And it's
But
true.
It's still like a blessing, even though it's not doing as good. But like,
yeah, it's like you still like it, but like you still want more. It's like it's hard to hold back.
Humans are addicted to progression. That's what I've learned. I feel like that's why video games are so addicting. That's why even like competing or building muscles is addicting, because like humans are just addicted to seeing more and better. So.
Yeah, like Chris Bumstead, he said he's ready to retire if he can't improve. Even though he win, he's like, unless I improve, I'm done. I'm retiring.
Yeah.
Like but I understand it. It's like it's not fun to win if I can already win. If it's too easy to win, I don't care. But if I'm getting better, well, that's why I'm going to keep at it.
Yep.
That's why I tell people, don't take steroids when you're young, because if you do, it's hard to improve after that. So like I waited till I'm like like 30s. I'm like I'd already reached my natural genetic limit, and so after that I could extend it. And so I'm not telling you to do it even when you're in your 30s, but like hold off as long as possible. Could you please ask him what supplements he takes? Like, so what are we don't have time for all of them, but like what is maybe your top 3 supplements that you like really believe in that you're into?
Okay, so I love, like, I'm gonna count like pre's, because I always take like a
pre-workout.
Pump. I love pump though. I never do like stim
pump,
that much.
Non-stim. So you can sleep, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like the pump more. Caffeine's a vasorestrictor. You know what I mean? So I like intra-workout like a bunch. Intra-workout carbs with aminos, like a really good, like 100 calories of carbs with like fast digesting carbs. I love intra-workout. I feel like it allows me to train like that intensity for a longer period of time. And then third, maybe like I was taking creatine for a minute. I slacked on it and I stopped. So I stopped doing that, and then
gotta get back on it.
Yeah, I gotta get back on creatine.
No-brainer.
And I want to take like the ecdysterone stuff again. That stuff I had like crazy results from for a minute.
Oh yeah, ecdysteroids. People are like, it's kind of like one of these like scary situations. People don't like to talk about it, but like I'm on it. It's amazing for me. I absolutely love that supplement. For the pre-workout, what I actually do is I take a pre-workout with the stim before, and I take the pump during. You got to give that a try, because it kind of extends that pump. Like I'll take the pre-work, get amped up, I go to the gym, I'm feeling good, and I'm training at the gym like 2 hours. I do full body and cardio. So after I'm doing my cardio, I'm drinking the pump the whole time, and I just feel that extra energy, especially with like beta alanine. It's something I really believe in. You get the little tingles. And it extends that like training to failure like you like. To me, it's a no-brainer. How do you make it easier in the dieting phase? Like, it's a nightmare to diet, but they want to know the tips to make dieting the most bearable. A lot of people are trying to get lean aesthetics. What is your tip, the best diet tip that you can think of?
Not crash dieting. Don't like do like no carb keto, or else you're gonna get like hypoglycemic doing cardio. Like I've had that happen to me plenty of times. That's like the worst thing ever. Like I'll freak out about it. I'll get like a panic attack from it. Take it slow. Like I'll do like maybe like a 300 calorie eating deficit, and then I'll try to add in like 300 calories burned from cardio. And for the longest time I was doing fasted cardio, and I enjoy doing fasted cardio. It's just that it's not as ideal for a natural athlete, just because you don't want to, like have muscle weight. You don't want to go catabolic when you're, you know what I mean? When you're enhanced, it's easier to like retain it, even if you are, doing like fasted cardio. But for me, fasted cardio is easier just to get done first thing in the morning, versus post-workout. I feel like I'm already burnt out and I don't want to do any more, and that's why I get hypoglycemic. But yeah, make sure you're still eating the carbs. Don't go crazy and crash diet on the deficit. Weigh yourself every single morning. Make sure the weight's going down. I'd say like for me, I'll try to do like half a pound to a pound a week, and then once that stops doing it, either you got to like take away a little bit more calories or add in a little bit more cardio, or steps. You can also do like steps like 10,000, 12,000 steps a day. So. Yeah,
I gotta agree. The slow and steady is going to win the race here. People are just trying to lose weight too quick. I coach people all the time, and it's like, I want to lose 5 pounds a week, and it's like, it's just, you can, but like you shouldn't.
Yeah, I also like timing your carbs when you are cutting. So like I always try to time it around my workout. So like before,
you eat them right before kind of thing,
before,
and then
during, and after.
It's a great way to do it, and like you don't need a lot of energy to go to sleep. So why eating all your carbs before bed?
Yeah,
I believe in that too. Like it's like I'd always try to eat more carbs like on the way to the gym, have my energy during, even if I need to, so I can keep going.
Yeah.
How do you feel about not gaining a lot of muscle over the last few years? Is he trying to gain more? Or are you like content with where you're at now?
You always want, like I said, the progressions.
There's no way you're happy. I'm like,
yeah, you always want more. It's just with more, it means I'm gonna have to bulk, gain some body fat, which is why I haven't done it for so long, because of social media being such like a thing where you have to like look a certain way for so long. But I'm getting to that point where I'm getting over that, so I do want to get bigger, and I'm gonna allow myself to now, and that's why I'm gonna bulk up to like 200 or something.
And you gain like 10 pounds, and you're at like in the 11s. He's like under 12%. So even though he's gained some weight, he was clearly shredded. Like he's gained weight, and he's still only in the 11 point whatever percent. So he can clearly gain even more weight and put on even more size. What is your opinion on Mike O'Hearn? I had to ask that one because I saw that question. I'm like, I gotta know this.
So people like him, bro. What's crazy is I've seen TikToks where like people will compare. They'll put a TikTok and be like top 3 fake natties, and it was Mike O'Hearn, Liver King, and then me. And I'm like, bro, how are you gonna compare me to those 2 units? They're huge. But yeah,
you made it into that's a huge compliment. If you're in those, that kind of list.
Bro, I remember commenting, I was like, bro, how, like, what do you, like, there's no way. They have, like, 50, 60 pounds of mass on me. But, anyways, I mean, I don't, because he does claim natty, right? That's like
and he's 53, I think.
Yeah, he's definitely on, like, he's got to be on, like, GH and all that. His skin looks too, like, good. He's definitely doing, like, he has to be doing enhancement stuff. There's no way, which.
There's no way I would believe that guy's natural.
Yeah, no.
The funny thing is, ask my audience, 10% thought he was.
Bro, people are so dumb, bro. It's just like, but I mean, he's got a great physique. I think I like the way he like trains like that power building type stuff. I'm pretty sure he trained quite a bit with what's his name, Charles Glass. Is that the? He's like a.
I never followed how he used to train, like who he was training with, but I always remember he used to do powerlifting. He was really strong, big guy.
Yeah.
Like he was super popular. Like when I was like your age, he was popular. That's how old this guy is.
There's some like good tips. Like I remember watching his videos that I've like incorporated in like my training a little bit, but yeah, I don't like the whole like when you're obviously like not natural and you're like saying you are, like there's no point. And like, especially we're in a generation now where like it's okay to be open about being on gear. Like before, like in the fitness industry, like a decade ago, I understand people were like way more secretive about it. But now it's like it's getting more. You can see it probably too. It's getting more accepted. Like the TRT.
When I was younger, you couldn't admit it. It was like if you were a pro, you'd be like, "No, I don't do that," because that's just how it was. But today, people are so much more open about it. I think that what happened for him is he was in that time frame when you couldn't say it, and it's like once you've said it so many times, you just stick with it. I think he almost might believe it himself at this point.
Yeah, I could see that. It's the what is the duck eggs or something?
He's famous for the duck eggs from 10 years ago. That was a secret. Yeah, the duck eggs. Please go over the natty situation because he's not as big in person as you would think. I really believe he's natural, and I think you will see that. And so basically it's a question for me. And so I come in the room, and you guys know that I made a video, and I said that I think he's a fake natty from in the past. And I base it on his testosterone levels and the results and the size that he put on, and I'm just guessing. And like as I'm seeing him for the first time here, I don't see any sign that he's on anything. So like as I'm meeting him and I look at his size, I don't think he's on anything right now. Like so as if you ask me right now, do I think he's natural? The answer is yes. So in the past, I based it on I saw the guy and I saw how much muscle he had and I saw the testosterone levels and I said I don't think he's natural. And when I say that, it means I think there's more than a 50-50 chance. So do I know that he wasn't? No. That's my gut from back then. But seeing him now, I would say he's natural. I don't know what happened back then. So I can't go in time. Like if I could reverse the clock and meet him 5 years ago and look at him, then I could say, oh, well, this. But so my opinion is he's natural now. Whether he did something in the past or not, like I don't really care. It's like he's natural now. So, take it for what it is. I think he was possibly on something in the past. I don't know. Is it possible he was natural? Yes. I think he's natural now. So there it is. Oh, here we go. Do you like Greg Doucette? So he might hate me because of that video. Like, who knows? Just be honest. Like, what do you think? No, I mean, what did you think when I made the video? You were like, mother.
At first, I was like, damn, only because of like the stupid DMs I was getting from these these bots. They were like, oh, you're such a fake natty. Like, what's wrong?
They're probably not even bots. They're probably guys that watch my video, and they probably had 1,000 people write you.
They're just like simple minded. They don't think for themselves. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? I like woke up to. I was like, bro. So at first, I was like, yo, like, what is? Because I was pissed that like these guys were just talking mad shit and like commenting on my posts and like fake like all. I'm like, bro, like what? And then they never like watched even like my videos. Don't even know like who I am before. Like I don't like the like people when they try to like I guess before talking to someone they know who they are like shitting on them. You know what I mean? But then I like watched it. And I didn't think it was that bad at all. Like I thought it was. And then we DM'd I think after and
he handled it really well. Like some people are so mad, like they're ready to kill me. And other people are like, thanks for doing the video. You don't agree, but like whatever.
Yeah, I wasn't even mad at you. I was mad at the people who can't think for themselves who were DMing me who watched your video. That's what I was like tight about. I was like, bro, what is wrong with y'all? It's like, y'all really think that? But it's I don't know. It's crazy.
Like all I can do is take as a compliment, really. Like I've done videos on other people, and I'm like, yeah, I think they're on this or that, and then they end up getting drug tested and they pass. And I'm like, I think I was wrong, and I make a video saying I think I was wrong. And it's when I make natty or nots, it's like it's literally an educated guess. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like if I play poker and you go all in, I could say, well, he probably has good cards. I don't know. He might be bluffing. Yeah. How do I know? So anyway, if you do get accused, you know, you can defend yourself, say you didn't. There's nothing wrong with that, but just be like, take it as a compliment, but like remember, they're just guessing. No one knows this for sure.
I feel like whenever if I ever do hop on something and I just like get jacked from it, then people be like, oh shit, he was natty back then.
That's 100% what I did. Trust me, I had fake natty like for years. And because I had a lot of muscle and I was winning bodybuilding competitions. And I'm like, well, wait till I take something. You're going to see how much I can lift. And like my bench press went up like 100 pounds in 3 months. And
That's
I was like,
insane.
What do you think? And
That's
it was like
insane.
so obvious.
Yeah,
it's like
you could tell.
Night and day difference in a few months. It's like you can definitely see when somebody goes on.
Yeah, I think after I do this bulk, if I cut off of the bulk and I don't look better than I did on this cut, that's gonna be when I just decide if like I'm gonna go down that route, like legit. If I'm still the same size, I'm gonna be like I'm done. Like there's.
And so you can see when you're not progressing, that's when it's hardest. So it's like I don't understand like teenagers and stuff using it because like a guy like Chris Bumstead. I mean, he's the Olympia champion, but like he started at 18. I mean, wouldn't he not have continued on? Like he could have waited until he was older. Like. Yeah, he's a champion, but he could have waited and he's older and even a champion as he got older.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a wrap. Hope you liked the questions, the answers. We did the best we could. Hopefully you're entertained. Hope you learned a little bit about Alex. Go and check him out in his channel. What else do you want to promote? Maybe your clothing?
Clothing drop. Yeah, I got you the jogger hoodie set. So that's
I got a gray set. I'll be what's the word? I'll be rocking it. See, I need younger people to tell me I'm like old man dressing up, 50 years old. I'm gonna be looking 37.
Dripped out. He's gonna be dripped out.
I'll be dripped out. Somebody said that about my shoes. They're like you're
you
drip.
got the Yeezys on, yeah.
There's something drip.
You're dripped out, yeah.
Dripped out. I don't think I was dripped out last time, but I was something doing a drip. I'm like my snot like dripped. I had a lot of snot coming out of my bike race. It was like dripping. Why do people say dripped out? What does it even represent?
I don't
what is
know.
a drip? Like it's coming out of your pores? You're cool. It's like you're sweating?
Just like I don't have drip. Like I'll be honest, like I don't like dress with. It's like having like style, like swag to like your fit. You know what I mean? To like your outfit or like what you're wearing.
Comment below if you know where the word drip came from.
Yeah.
Like, where did that even come from?
It was like the Migos or something. What was it?
Amigos? The three amigos? Go and subscribe to his channel. Check him out. Comment below. Ask some more questions. I'll try to answer the questions below. Until next time, we're out.